everyone, welcome to another week of Pilates plus Physio. Thank you so much for joining me and well done for keeping going with the exercises. We're going to have a little bit more of an upbeat class today, so if you're a runner, walker, anything like that, this is a good one for you. If you're doing class first thing in the morning, it's a good one just to get things moving, get things going. So start off feet flat down on the floor. Ideally bare feet if you can, or if it's chilly then socks, non-slip ones. You need your mat, you need your block, you need your band, and preferably you need to be fairly near a wall that you can use. So have a look around, see if you can find a wall that you're going to be able to put your hands on and your knee on. So feet flat, lengthen up through the hips, open out the shoulders, tuck in the chin, imagine that balloon from the back of your head. Slide the shoulders up and let them drop, and again slide up and release, and again slide up and release. Just walking through the feet, so one heel off and then the other one off, knees going forwards, just getting the knees, the feet, the hips warmed up a little bit. Shoulders staying relaxed, so big gap between your ears and your shoulders. That's great. Okay. Maybe find your hip bones, come down a couple of inches to sort of that crease at the top of your leg. That's where the hip joint is itself. Just a little hip and knee bend and press back up. So you're bending where your thumbs are or where you've poked your fingers in. Not going down too far, don't think of it as a squat. Just dropping down, pushing back up. Drop down, push back up. Next time maybe come up onto your tiptoes. Keep the ankles in together. Heels down, little hip and knee bend. Press into the feet. Up onto the toes. Those who want to, keep the ankles in, up on the toes, both arms out to the side and right up. Arms down, heels down, little hip and knee bend. Press back up onto the toes. Float the arms up. Arms down, heels down, and again. Ankles staying in. Imagine you've got a tennis ball just tucked underneath those sticky outy ankle bones. Keep that there. Couple more. Should be feeling it in the calves, sort of hamstrings, back of the thighs a little bit. Great. Okay. Now imagine you're standing in the middle of a clock, so you're right in the middle where the hands come out. 12 in front of you, 6 behind you, 3 and 9 either side. Going to stand on one leg and you're just going to touch the 12 with your big toe and come back in. Touch the 1 and back in. So see if you can make the numbers as far away from you as you can. Touch the 3, the 4, the 5 and the 6. Going around the back. Touch the 7. Touch the 8, onto the 9, onto the 10, onto the 11, onto the 12. So you're just touching with your big toe. Swap legs. So standing on one leg, touch the 12, the 1 or the 11, 10 or the 2, 3 or the 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the 12. Lovely, that's great. Okay, a little bit more balancing. Take a step to the side, stand on one leg. Step to the other side, stand on one leg. To the side, stand on one leg. You could come forwards and stand on one leg. You could go back and stand on one leg. Out to the side. Off to the other side. You could go diagonally forwards, diagonally back, across, diagonally forwards. Lovely. Okay, find your wall and come and stand beside it. So standing side onto the wall, not touching it with anything at the moment. Bend up the inside knee. So think about taking your heel up towards your bottom. So the front of the hip is still pretty straight. Push your knee into the wall. Imagine there's a grape between your knee and the wall. You're pressing that into the wall. Arms up if you can, sore shoulders, you don't have to do the arms up, and we're just going to count to 10 slowly. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great, okay. Turn and face the other way. So inside knee, pressing into that grape on the wall. See if you can squash the juice out of it. Stand nice and tall. Really reach your fingers right up towards the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Turn and face the other way. So one more on each side. Should be sides of the buttock, side of the thigh, feeling this. Knee into the wall. Reach right up. So just watch you're not leaning on the wall with your arm or your bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more going the other way. Press in, stand nice and tall. Think of that halo above your head. You're reaching up into that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Bring the arms down. I'm going to do a calf stretch, so just excuse my back. So, both hands on the wall, not too high. Maybe take your right leg back, left knee bent, shoulders down. Think of a straight line, head, shoulders, bottom, out through that back leg. Should be a stretch in that back calf. So we're just holding that there. Okay, and then just gently come off the stretch very slightly and then bend that back knee. So the back knee is now bending, front knee's bent. It's a deeper stretch, often doesn't feel quite as tight and stretchy. It's deep calf muscle, starts off below the knee, so that's why you want to bend the knee. So you're taking the knee out of the equation really. Just getting that deep calf muscle on a stretch. Just holding that. Think of breathing gently down into the tummy. Good, let that release. Swap legs, so right leg forward, left leg back. Shoulders down, not putting too much weight through the arms, they're just for a little bit of balance. Toes both pointing straight at the wall. So sometimes if you're a bit tight in the calf, the foot turns out a bit. So see if you can get that foot pointing straight at the wall. Back knee straight. Again, straight line, head, shoulders, bottom, through the legs. Quite often people tip their head forward. So think of looking straight at the wall in front. Nice firm stretch in that back calf. And then come off that slightly, bend that back knee. Again, just watch that your bottom doesn't pop out sideways. So knees still pointing straight ahead, hips pointing straight ahead. Deep stretch in that back calf. Lovely. Okay. Keep your hands on the wall. Bring the feet back to level with each other. So not too far away from the wall. We're going to do a press on the wall. So straight line, head, shoulders, bottom, out through the legs. Keep the chin tucking in. Imagine you've got a belt around your tummy, just below your belly button. You're just drawing in away from that. Or you're on the beach and you're trying to pull your tummy in a little bit. So just leaning in towards the wall and pressing back. And again. So nice long back of the neck. Keep the tummy winched in. So you just want to watch that your tummy doesn't arrive at the wall first. Your bottom doesn't get left behind. So it's the whole body going in, whole body coming back. Whole body coming in. So think forehead going to the wall rather than your nose or your chin. Going in, press into the hands to come back. So you really need your hands flat on the wall. Just going a couple more. Lovely. Good. Bring the arms down. Come and lie yourself down on the mat, just in the relaxation position. So you're lying on your back, knees bent up, head on a little rolled up towel or pillow if you're a bit stiff through your upper back and neck. So you want to be looking at the ceiling just slightly in front of you. Let your body just sink down onto the mat a moment. Gentle breathing. Try and breathe in through your nose, out through the mouth. Good. Okay, feet down flat. Fairly close to your bottom. We're doing a spine curl. Press into your feet. Peel your back up away from the floor. Straight line, knees, hips, ribs. Roll all the way down. And again, curling up. And roll down. You could stick with that or take both arms up to the roof. Curl your bottom up. One arm out to the side. Bring it back up. Other one out to the other side. Back up. Roll down. Press into your feet. Bottom up. One arm out sideways and back up. Lady Muck doing a little walk on part. Other arm out to the side, roll your bottom down. And again, curling up. One arm out to the side, come back up. Other arm out to the side, back up. And roll right down. And again, this time curl your bottom up. One arm back towards the floor by your ear, other arm out sideways. And come back up. One arm back to your ear, other one out to the side. A bit like the policeman at the stop sign. And back up. And roll down. And again, press into the feet. So your feet are staying flat down on the floor. Coming up, straight line, knees, hips, ribs. One arm back, one arm sideways. And back up. One arm back, one arm sideways. And back up. Lovely. Roll all the way down. Bring the arms down. Good, good. Turn over onto your side. So underneath arm right up above your head if it goes. Legs out straight. Make sure you can see your feet. Top hand nice and light. Big gap between your shoulder and your ear. We're doing a side leg lift. Point the toes, top leg up. Pull your foot up. Press out through your heel as you come down. So imagine that piece of chalk coming out of your big toe. You're doing a line on the wall as you go up, you're rubbing it out with your heel as you come down. Nice smooth movement. Just imagine you're moving that leg through some nice, I don't know, runny golden syrup or something. Just really smooth. Side of the buttock, side of the thigh again doing the work. Really important muscles. Good, okay. Finish the one you're doing and then put the top leg either behind you with your foot on the mat, or if that feels really awkward, it's my brick. you could bring your knee in front and rest it on your brick or your books. So you're trying to get at the underneath leg. So underneath leg, really push out through the heel, get that knee straight, lift up and come down. So you're working the inner thigh on the underneath leg now. So we've done outer thigh on the top leg, now we're doing inner thigh on the underneath leg. So knee really straight, push right out through the heel, toes up towards you. Again, nice and smooth. Big gap between your shoulder and your ear. Keep breathing. Great, okay. Both knees bent. Sort of curl up a little bit into sort of fetal position. Knees bent, grab your ankle on the top leg, heel to your bottom, take the knee back. So front of the thigh, front of the hip stretch. You can do this lying on your tummy instead. So heel to bottom, take the knee back. Keep the tummy just gently engaging so that you're not tipping your pelvis forward. Lovely. Okay, let that release. Turn onto the other side. So underneath arm, right up and back if it goes. If it doesn't go, arm in front, rest your head on the pillow or brick. Legs out straight. Make sure you can see your feet. Look back to the front. Top hand nice and light. Side leg lift. Point the toes, top leg up, foot up, press out through the heel. Just nice normal breathing. Good, think about maybe breathing in as you go up, breathe out as you come down, or the other way around. Might find one leg feels a lot happier doing this than the other one. Good, okay. Finish the one that you're doing. Put the top leg either behind, foot on the mat, so you've got your knee pointing up towards the ceiling, or again, if that feels really awkward, bring the knee in front, rest it on the brick, so that you're not getting too much twist through your back. Pull your foot up towards you on that underneath leg, knee really straight, underneath leg coming up and down. So you're thinking inner thigh, underneath leg doing the work. Nice and smooth. Aiming not to get cramp in your leg. Obviously not drinking enough tonic water. Lovely, okay. Rest that down, bend both knees up. So sort of slightly curling up, knees bent, grab your top ankle, pull your heel towards your bottom, take the knee back. So front of the thigh, front of the hip stretch. If it's burny, pins and needles, you come off the stretch very slightly. Next next out breath, just ease into that a little bit further if you can. And release. Okay, come onto all fours, onto hands and knees. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees under the hips, feet down flat if you can. Really press the floor away from you. Head out in line with the rest of your back. Gently draw your tummy up away from the floor. Slide your right leg back, float it up. And then just a couple of little pulses. So you're just pulsing that leg there. Keep really pushing the floor away from you with your hands. Great. Draw that knee back in. Slide the left leg back. Float it up. Little pulses. You can either have your toes pointed, straight out behind you, or flex the foot so your toes are pointing down towards the floor. Again, keep really pressing the floor away from you. Imagine there's a candle between your hands and you're just pushing your chest up away from that. And draw the leg back in. And again on the right, slide it back, float it up. So pelvis staying level if you can. So you're still pushing through the right hand, pressing through the left hand. Little pulses again. Lovely, draw that leg back in, left leg back, float it up. Little pulses. Keep the tummy drawing in, head in line with the rest of your back. So just watch that the head doesn't drop. Think length through the back of the neck. Great, okay. Take the knees back a little bit further, hands a little bit wider. Lower yourself smoothly down to the mat. Hands on the mat by your shoulders. Press into your hands. So like a little yoga cobra and down. And again, pressing into the hands. Coming up. And again, press into your hands. Come up. This time up onto hands and knees. Knees as wide apart as your mat. Big toes together. Bottom right back to your heels. Stretch the fingers right out in front. So bottom back to your heels. Breathe into the back of the ribs. Great. Uncurl back up. Come back onto your back. Grab your band as you go. I'm just going to do a hamstring stretch. Remember, go easy with this one if you've got sciatic pain. So band underneath your foot, leg up towards the ceiling, other leg down flat. Elbows on the mat beside you. You can just gently bend the knee and then push right out through your heel. Get the knee straight. And again, little hip and knee bend. Push out through your heel, knee straight. Little hip and knee bend. Push out through the heel. Little hip and knee bend. Push out through your heel. Little hip and knee bend. Push out through the heel. So a bit more of a dynamic stretch than we sometimes do. Great. Swap legs. So band underneath your foot, slide the leg you've just been stretching right down flat. Toes up towards you, press out through the heel. So push right out, heel going up towards the ceiling or towards the wall out in front of you. So you want to just get a gentle stretch in the calf or the hamstrings, back of the thigh, back of the knee. Fantastic. Okay, keep hold of the band maybe. Bend the knees very slightly. Hold the band up towards the ceiling. Arms back over the top of your head. Bring the arms up, tuck in the chin. Hopefully roll all the way up. If you can't, turn onto your side and come up. Sit right up nice and tall. Maybe one right leg out straight. Tuck the left foot in alongside your thigh. If you're not happy sitting like this, you could get your bottom up onto the brick or double up the mat a little bit. So sit tall, toes up towards you. Breath in as you breathe out. Think of taking your chest down towards your thigh. So your back is staying pretty straight. You're bending at the hip. So don't worry if you don't get very far. If you're stiff like me, probably not going to get very far. If you're bendy-wendy, you're going to get quite a lot further than me. Drop the shoulders. Toes up. Good. Uncurl all the way back up. Take the left leg out straight. Tuck the right foot in alongside your thigh. Toes up towards you. So your foot is pointing to the roof, your knee is pointing to the roof. Lift up from the hips, so sit tall. Think of bringing your chest towards your thigh. You can hold on to your knee or your shin, or really bendy people, you could probably grab your foot. Great. Uncurl back up. Come up into standing slowly. So, standing up nice and tall, we'll just do a little lunge drive to finish. So, left leg forward, right leg back. Drop down as if you're going to start sprinting. So the front knee is bent, it's over your foot, back knee slightly bent. Most of the weight on that left leg, and you're going to bring your right knee forward and up. And then you're going to take the right leg back. Press into that left foot, right knee forward and up. Drop back. So those who are feeling coordinated, right arm forward, left arm back, like you really are going to start sprinting. Think Usain Bolt. So press into your left foot, bring your right knee up, your left hand comes up. And drop back. You want to get your balance when you're there. And you're thinking of going up, not forward. You can speed it up a little bit. So the left leg is doing most of the work. Okay, swap legs. So right leg forward, foot down flat, left leg back. Body straight, drop down a little bit. So weight on that right foot, you're going to bring your left knee forward and up. And you're going to drop it back. Left knee forward and up. And come back. If you want to add the arms, left arm forward, right arm back. So as you bring your left knee forward, the right arm comes forward and back. Top of your head going up towards the ceiling. Keep it nice and sort of bouncy. So left knee coming forward as the right arm comes forward. Couple more. Lovely. Both feet back down on the mat. Feel your feet on the ground. Roll the shoulders going backwards, right up, round, back and down. Lovely. Feet pointing to the front, chin down to your chest, scoop in the tummy, roll down. Think of your arms dangling a bit like a gorilla's. All the way down. You can dangle there for a moment or two if your back's happy. If it's not so happy, come straight back up. tummy in, uncurl all the way back up, head coming up last, maybe breathe in, both arms going right up towards the ceiling, both arms coming all the way down. Slide the shoulders one more time to the ears and really let them release. There we are. Thank you so much for joining me. See you again soon. Bye-bye.